Well, what's not going to happen then? If we all just talked about what's going to happen, what's not going to fucking happen?
The Broncos are not going to score 20 points. That's
The
not going to
Broncos are
happen.
not. I guess we did kind of start. We did kind of start talking about that. Yeah, that was my question to you. The Broncos are not going to score 20 points.
Oh, definitely not. I How can they? Unless they get like a pick six or fumble
That's what I
six
was
or something
thinking.
like that.
Defensive touchdown is the only way
They come
Here's the thing:
close.
get
we haven't
close.
even talked about the things like Kansas City's going to do in this game. Let's talk about that. We've just
Oh,
talked about how
what are
bad
they going to do?
Denver is. We've just talked about how bad Denver is
What's wrong with
offensively and
that?
defensively.
So
So
Kansas City just has to be
let's talk about what
themselves, and
Kansas
they'll be
City's going to
fine.
do.
What's
Let's
Kansas
just
City
talk
going to
about what's
do?
going
Be
to happen for the
yourself.
Chiefs. DeAndre Hopkins, does he have another big game? Travis Kelsey, does he have another 14 receptions?
Oh, I mean,
What is happening with Pat? Like, is Patrick Mahomes going to come in and perform as well as he did against the Buccaneers on the ankle that just got re-aggravated? Tell me a little bit about this.
well, that ankle's going to feel like that all fucking year. So he better just start ripping cortisone or, whatever it's got to do, Toradol, whatever you got to do. His ankle's going to feel like that for the rest of the year. So get the fuck over that. But
He's used to his ankle hurting though. He won a Super Bowl like that.
yeah, who
So
gives a
I'm not
shit?
worried about that.
Everyone's hurt
DeAndre
at this point in the
Hopkins,
NFL. Everybody on that field has some sort of injury that they are playing through.
Till late in the
including
season,
DeAndre
maybe.
Hopkins. Tybo does not like it with his hurt meniscus. He's completely fine, Tybo. He's going to
That's
get
not
two
true.
deep passes.
Yeah,
He's fine.
how did that game against the Buccaneers make you feel when you said DeAndre Hopkins was washed last year?
Oh, you said that?
Sorry, my dogs are barking.
Oh, yeah, your dogs are barking. Can't hear us. That's a good fucking excuse, dude.
I
Yeah, blame
can
the
I
pooches.
no, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. This fucking
Anyways,
guy.
you willing to find me for that? Uh
That wasn't dramatic.
wasn't
No,
dramatic enough.
no, it was
Look,
idiotic.
you
It was.
like I was saying originally, I was trying to keep my expectations low. And it's one game.
Good too.
What he didn't all right. He
What
had
do you
two
mean it's
catches in
one
the first
game?
game.
What about like what?
It's
Yeah.
one game.
And
So
you
who
don't
gives
think
a
he
Is it
can
going
shit?
to
recreate?
continue?
You Ty Bob, you one of the reasons you didn't fucking want him is the risk of re-injury. We know he has a fucking injury and he's injury prone elsewhere. Like I know he's probably had ankle issues before. Like DeAndre Hopkins is not the guy built to last. Okay? Like this is the original knock on him and the reason why you didn't fucking want him in the first place.
The
I think
reason I
he's
didn't
more
want him
than
last
willing.
year was age and price. The reason I wanted him this year, I was
And
just
you
more
you
cautious.
okay, you also said when's the last time you played a full season? I remember you fucking shouting that at us. Like,
That's
I
fair.
mean,
I think he's more than willing to play with through injury this year on the team he is compared to previous years when he was hurt. It's like why continue to play? We're not gonna have a shot for the playoffs or anything like that. He's fine playing through injury, even if it's something small. He'll be
I
he'll be there.
I don't okay, then we have to bank on however year old DeAndre Hopkins on a if
33.
he need like 33. Okay. All right, that's fine.
He's doing this all on a
Get him.
meniscus problem right now, and you don't love it compared to what all the other Chiefs receivers have done all
What
year.
do you mean I don't?
It's
It's not
exciting.
it's okay. All right. All right. I just don't think it's gonna last, guys. Keep your
Define last. Like if he does enough this season and you win another Super Bowl, like
That's all we
who
want.
gives
Oh,
a shit after that?
I don't
Yeah.
think there's a great chance he makes it into the playoffs, guys. Like, come on.
Whoa.
If we keep deploying him like this, like it's
He's fine.
all
I
right.
Is
I
he taking
agree.
big
I
hits out
agree.
there?
Dude,
Hang on.
dude, this is what fucking gets me. I don't get this about the NFL. Why do you care if he gets hurt? You're gonna get hurt. It's football. It's an inherently dangerous sport.
I agree with
Cares.
Tybo he made a good point. If he continues to go 7, 8, 9 receptions in a game, I also don't think that that's going to be a constant. That was something that we talked about when we brought DeAndre Hopkins in. He's going to have these games where he has 7, 8, 9 receptions, but it's also going to be far and few between. So the expectation that DeAndre Hopkins is going to have the type of breakout game that he had in his second week with the Chiefs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think would be I think it'd be ignorant to think that that will be every single game or a majority of the games moving forward.
I, I, it's got to be uncomfortable. It's got to hurt, Like I, whether or not you've been there before, like it's there's got to be pain to go with it. I just I don't know how you can sit here and say as a football fan you don't care about guys getting injured. Like
It's their fucking job, dude. It is their job to be out on their on the fucking field. Like
and
you're gonna
go
do
do
whatever you
it.
got to do to be able to do your job.
All right. Okay, like perfect world. Like this ends up getting us the third ring, and DeAndre Hopkins is cemented as a Hall of Famer. Like
Boom. Yes. Thank
that's
you.
that's
Thank
what.
you.
Sure, that's what is it. Okay, all right. I'm here for it. Yeah. Cool.
Just bully Tybo into
Do we
saying
know?
Enjoying
Do we
his
know?
team.
something he doesn't believe in.
Do do we know with the injuries that the Chiefs have? Do we know if Juju Smith-Schuster will be back this week?
I don't believe he will be back this week. I think he was still held out of practice today, looking for
So
a Week 11 return against the Bills.
perfect. So he's still going to be out, which means that what we have five. We technically have four receivers on the active roster. Justin Ross will most likely be activated right before the game again. That'll be the last time that he can be activated to the roster before having to go through waiver claims if we want to put him back on the practice squad. Um, but I would assume that Justin Ross will be up. Sean, you said the excitement was above your tits in the group chat
Still
before
is.
for the game.
Still
Do you
is.
think? Do you think? Because again, I don't think that DeAndre Hopkins is going to have a second big game in a row. I think he'll be instrumental, but I don't think he's going to have another big breakout 7, 8 reception game, whatever. But who is it that's going to be the breakout player for this week? Because that's, I mean, Travis is probably still going to have a good game. He's put together a bunch of good games together. But who's the breakout receiver this week?
Now, even though I am super excited about Justin Ross, I don't think it'll be him this week. I think Noah Gray gets his this week. Once we get out there, Travis is gonna be locked up. They see what Diop can do now. Noah Gray's gonna be wide open. It was Justin Watson against the Buccaneers, but it's tied in week for him. So let's see him have a big week this week. 4 catches, 44 yards, no touchdowns
No tutties. Okay. Good to
Big
know.
week.
I
for
don't
him.
think
Yeah,
we I don't think we should I don't think we shy away from D Hop, but I do think they're gonna make it tough for D Hop. So Travis Kelsey should eat again against the Broncos. I don't I don't really see a world where he doesn't get around 10 catches. And I think that's what we need to get kind of back to in the situation that we're in. But you know, we don't like Tybo's commentary, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Oh, geez. Don't play poor
this
little man
guy.
now. Fucking A, dude. God
I'll
damn.
go. I'll go.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I do think Sean, you've got a point there. Probably Noah Gray is going to get a little bit more involved. I would say
He's
erring
been
on probably.
involved.
He didn't have a single catch last game, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, against the Buccaneers. He has, but I think it's going to be more around 2 catches this week. I would say Justin Watson did get involved quite a bit against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would say this week it's going to be McColl. I thought it was going to be a McColl game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because it was so rainy and wet. I thought we'd see quite a few jet sweeps, and I bet that that was in the plan. But given that he got injured on the return early, that probably messed up a little bit of the game plan. Expect this week to be a McColl Hardman week. 6 catches, 67 yards, and a ton.
Miko with the tud. That's not a bad anytime you add that up with a couple other players, anytime touchdown parlay, not too bad. Honestly, it's dealer's choice. Really, you have enough guys around that can take over for a game, I guess you could say necessarily, and not even really just take over, just be that guy for a game. So it doesn't really matter. If Travis is doing his thing like he was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then that's what he'll do. If they forget that D Hop still can run around and catch a football, and do it at a pretty high level like he's been doing it, then they'll go with him. But I don't really think it matters. At the end of the day, you guys, especially like Andy Reid's going to figure out like, all right, well, that's the guy who's always going to be open because everybody else is, got eyes on him or whatever it is. I think that's what makes the Chiefs good is their adjustments, not only at halftime, but mid game and everything like that. So, yeah,
Well, don't forget we're running at one of the highest clips in Andy's career right now. As
just
long as
take the fucking compliment, dude. God bless America.
I'm trying to make a point of what to expect. But go ahead, Tommy. Thanks for that. Uh,
Go ahead. I just told you to take the compliment.
there's no I was moving on to a different point. I was
Uh,
just kind of like glazing past you, but that's fine.
you.
Uh, where was I? Kareem Hunt, as long as he can walk forward, Andy Reid's going to be handing him the ball. The return of Isaiah Pacheco is looming in the background.
End of the
So
month.
we are going to ride the Kareem Hunt train while we got him or need him. And I think the hot hand of the offense right now is the offensive line, and they're eating right now. So let that train keep going. Kareem Hunt plus 100 yards, plus 120. Let's put
Oh,
Wow.
an extra let's put an extra 20 on that. 120 out of Kareem Hunt, and at least 2 touchdowns.
Oh, add that to the parlay.
That's a monster parlay.
Monster.
That thing is that thing
That's
is
Creed
huge.
Humphrey, Trey Smith, and fucking Joe Tooney eating all game.
There's just gonna be like an angry football team, just run it down your throat.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
And a healthy dose of
we
Travis Kelsey.
I like that. We've shouted out quite a few players here tonight. Is there any other player that you're particularly going to be watching this weekend against the Broncos?
Big time Joshua Uche. Watch party right now. He looked good against the Buccaneers, and I think he's going to get a lot more opportunities this week, especially whenever we get
We
Bo
need more
Nix
sacks.
deep third down. Look for him to go off, get off that line quick, and get to the quarterback in less than 2.5 seconds every single time.
I've said enough on offense. My guy on defense to watch. You should be watching him every game because he gives you teach tape. Justin Reed, homie dropped an interception last week, and I thought we were gonna get two. So that I feel like if he would have got that one right there, he would have got fired up and got another one. But Justin Reed has been putting himself in good positions all season, and I think he's gonna come away with a lot of tackles, and probably at least one or two pass breakups, if not picks. My guy.
I'll go back to kind of a tried and true a guy that we've been talking about a lot this year. He had a bad game against the Buccaneers, got caught watching in the backfield few too many times and got beat by his man he was supposed to be marking. Did not play very well in the coverage game. It's Leo Chenal. He gets right this week. I would very much like to see Spag send that man on a blitz every once in a while. Something that doesn't happen too often with him. I'd like to see him get in the backfield, not only going after the
Maybe
running
that
back
would
this
improve
week,
the
but
sack numbers. Let's get the sacks
right,
up.
I'd like to see it.
Uche is sack, Leo is sack, Chris is sack.
Good Lord.
We won at least
That's
three. We won at
insane.
least
Yeah.
three.
I won't be watching this game because America's not forcing or the NFL's not forcing me to because it's not on prime time. So, um, yeah.
This dude hates the show.
No, I don't
Yeah.
hate the show. I'm just gonna go golfing because no one's gonna be on the course.
That's a good point.
Okay.
I hope it's cold and rainy.
That's fair. No, that's
At
I
noon on
hope
Sunday, the Chiefs do take on the Broncos. We've been talking about it. Vegas has them at 8-point favorites. Real quickly here, boys. Who we
We already
taking?
picked him.
I put him right at 8 too. That's
Let's see.
crazy.
Tommy did not.
Oh, I haven't picked technically, I guess.
Tommy's the only one who hasn't picked.
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me the Chiefs to cover.
Very good. Uh, it's at Arrowhead. It's at noon. One of the very few noon games that we have this season that is not in prime time, like we've been talking about. So make sure to tune in and watch the Donkeys get an absolute butt whooping. We'll be back
Yeah.
next week.
We'll be back.
We'll be back early next week to cover everything that has happened from this game and look forward to NFL Week 11 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Till next time, go Chiefs.
Go
Go
Chiefs.
Chiefs! My milkshake
Shut
brings
up.
all the boys to the
Shut up.
yard.
Shut up.